One of the signs of narcissism, particularly for covert narcissists, is that they are constantly victimizing themselves. But how do you distinguish when you're getting to know someone between someone who is a perpetual victim and someone who maybe has just been down on their luck? There's a very low-key way to figure this out based on the stories that they tell you about what's happened to them, but it is so subtle. It's a lot easier to tell if this is happening if you've recorded the conversation and listened to it back. Like, I've been a news reporter for years interviewing a bunch of strangers, and you have to record them and then you have to edit it. And it's so much easier to pick up on this when you're not actively absorbing the information they're saying or thinking about what you need to say. It's a very egocentric way of telling stories. And dismissive avoidance talk this way too, because both narcissists and dismissive avoidance are very selfish people. So if they're telling you about their ex and they're saying that their ex cheated on them, yeah, there are people that get cheated on. There are people that are legitimate victims of cheating. But all you're going to hear from a narcissist or a dismissive avoidant who believe that they're the only ones with a right to exist or a right to have feelings is about what the person did to them. So you could have an hours-long conversation about this person's ex, and you don't know anything else about the ex except that they cheated, or except that the relationship was toxic, or it was a back and forth. Like, their entire identity becomes that, even though the conversation went on so long and you have a very in-depth knowledge how it affected the narcissist, and they couldn't get out of bed for a month and they nearly got fired from their job and it just absolutely devastated them. But you have no idea who this ex is and what their interests are, what their likes were, what the relationship was like before that, what they did together, who this person is. That information is missing. And the difference is that with an empathetic person, like take my narcissistic abuse recovery clients, for example. They've been victimized by narcissists and they're retelling the relationship so that I can get some context and help them out. I get a lot of information from an empathetic person about who exactly this narcissist is as a person. I know the narcissist's likes, interests, how they felt, how they presented themselves, what their hobbies were, what the relationship was like. I have a full picture of the narcissist before the empathetic person says, and also they cheated on me and it was devastating. So start to look out for very egocentric retelling of stories to see if this person can only think about how they're impacted in every single situation.